run, run. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Hey, these beautiful flowers over here. There's this, look at this big, like, prickly thing. Just like reached up and like grabbed my ankle. Like, no, you stay there. Doing my Zazoo report. Hi, it's Leslie. Leslie Plazz, also known as Zazoo Plazz. God, it's cold out here. Uh, so we have all kinds of weather today. June 9th, 2024. My keys. And why do they make shorts with, look, they got pockets. Look, I can't even show you. They got like fake pockets. That's the worst thing. They, even the back ones. Look at this. They're like just fake. They look like pockets. But then you try to put your fingers in them, and you can't put anything in them. That is the biggest waste I've ever. Get out. I gotta put my keys. I gotta know where to put my keys. Anyway. All right. These are beautiful flowers, but they have these like little prickly, briar things. That's why they. Anyway, oh, there's a little birdie over there. I gotta tell you a story before I start my report. So we had clouds, then we had a shower, really bad rain last night today here in Connecticut, and then now it's kind of nice. You know, I figured I could make a break for it. I don't even know what these little flowers are. They smell nice, so I thought it's perfect for June. You know, at the house where I used to live. Oh, somebody's out there with their dog. There's a hiking trail over there. We used to have beautiful rose bushes in our backyard that would be blooming around this time. I kind of miss the roses, but I got these here, which is something different, which is kind of nice. You know, you like to switch up your landscaping a little bit. There's all kinds of different trees here. You know, there's the maybe I could get a shot over here. Let's see. Can you see? Let's see. I don't know if you can see over there. That's the honey locust tree, and it's driving me nuts because there's this one branch that's just kind of sticking out. You know, it doesn't have any leaves on it. It's just kind of like wasting away. That's the intro. Let's see if you can guess what song is for today. It all, you know, it's funny how it all kind of ties together. I'm noticing. I think my thing, my purpose, or my central theme is rhythm. I, I'm very, if you're wondering what my thing is, I think my ability is I tap into the rhythm of the universe. It's very strange, but I can feel the heartbeat of, of things, of nature, of people. Like the things the little reels that I post, they're starting to really tie in with, the readings that inspire me, from the Bible. Um, I'll pick up my Stuart Wilde book, and I'll read something, and that will kind of tie into what I'm sensing for the week. There are themes that are woven in, you know, throughout my speaking, my writing, and just my being. And it's all music, it's the dance of nature, the dance of humanity, the dance of, the unseen and the seen, if that makes any sense. It's all tied together for me. And all I needed was to get some kind of clarity around that, just to, since I've been living here by myself, like I wake up in the morning, I looked out my bathroom window while I'm getting ready, and, I'm always happy when I get up, most of the time. I look out there and say, what the heck is that racket? So there's three birds. Yeah. There's a grackle, and I don't know if you've ever seen one, but they're like blackbirds, and they have like shiny heads that are like turquoise, or like, yeah, they're like a shiny. I think there's one over there. Oh, there he is. He's dive bombing. He's photo bombing my video. Oh, and then there were, oh, hello. I feel like freaking Snow White over here. There's like dive bombing birds and, anyway. Okay, anyway, I'm back. And then there were two regular blackbirds, and they're all going at each other. You know, the the grackle is just kind of sitting there, and the other one is like really like rah, 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 and the other one's going at it. Rah, rah, rah. And I thought, is that a male and two females? Because they were the same size, but one had fancy, markings and the others didn't. So I thought, what if they're all grackles and some of them have, you know, fancy markings and the other ones are just plain. Usually those are the females, like with the cardinals. The males are the brighter because they have to attract the females. But just the way those birds were, that grackle was taking it and the other one was going at it, going at it. It reminded me of my parents, like they'd be in the kitchen making a holiday meal, and my mother would be like, "Ray, don't put it there. That goes over there. No, I was going to make the potatoes and put them in that bowl. Don't use that bowl for the beans." It just reminded me of my mother, going after my dad for something. He just so after this went on for some time, I banged on the window and they all took off, But then they're in the trees going at each other. So, I said, isn't that funny? Even in the bird kingdom, they go at each other. It's the house divided, right? So I said, isn't that funny? Then I looked at the reading today, and it's, you can't make this stuff up. Because there's the reading from the Gospel of Mark 3, and where he's telling stories. Jesus. It said he was pursued by the crowd, and then he came home, and all his relatives and the scribes are saying, "No, he's crazy. He's possessed." Look at it. It's like, your mother said, "Look at him. Look at you. You're skinny. You haven't eaten. You can't even eat. All those crazy people are kids. When are you gonna get a real job?" So he's telling stories. He's, a house divided against itself can't stand. So they were criticizing his spirit, and he said that was an unforgivable sin because that was criticizing the Holy Spirit, which is within all of us. So if people call you crazy for doing what you're meant to do, that's that's the worst thing they can do to you, because you're ordained by God to be doing whatever your true work is. That's like saying God's crazy because he put you on this path, right? He put Jesus on that path, and you're doing your work, right, in the world. And someone is, that's not good, but it shouldn't stop you from doing your work, right? So, but because eventually, right, um, if you go against, like the house divided against itself, it means, we all are one. We're all connected, right? If you start, attacking someone else, you're really hurting yourself, right? So, uh, and then he was talking about, he makes a statement about his family, right? The crowd is, someone's saying, "Oh, your relatives are outside, Jesus." He's saying, "No, this is my family, right? His disciples. Um, Anyone who's doing the will of God are my brothers and sisters and my mother." So I think that's kind of important, because sometimes like when I first started out on this, doing my videos, I don't think my dad has ever even watched one. He's like, oh, she does podcasts. You know, many of my relatives didn't even read my book. They said, oh, she's talking about the family. She's writing her stories. Don't tell everything. Don't tell all our secrets. But, you know, I did it in a loving way. And it's helped me, and it's helped a lot of people. You know, if I were to have listened for those people who said, no, don't tell your stories. You and your stars. Don't tell all your secrets to people. Don't unless they deserve it. All these people, right? You don't listen to those people. You know in your heart what the right thing is to do. That's what you follow. Yeah. Oh, you're noisy. Okay, so, you know, and I thought, I said, I've got a box in my closet. Now, when you read these books, oh, there's a little birdie over there. You read these books about decluttering, but once you get on, you're starting to do, you know you're making headway. When you open the closet and there's your books are your old books that you're keeping because, you know, they make you feel good. They're literally bursting out of the box. The tape is coming apart from the box that's holding like all my old childhood books. And, you know, they're trying to get out. So the universe will literally show you the things that are holding you back. I gotta make room for new stuff. So all the old crap's gotta go. No, not that. You know, not that. Yes, that thing that you can't let go. That has to go. So it becomes clear after a while, you know, that we have to, you know, take responsibility. If we want to move up, we got to stop, you know, wasting away, hanging out with people who aren't going anywhere, and, you know, step onto the path. Get, you know, otherwise we're gonna have the same stuff happen to us over and over and over. You know what I mean? The same things going around in circles. Wow, what up, Mark? Okay, so maybe you guessed the song of the week. I've given you a few hints, just like Alfred Hitchcock used to do. I'm watching the old Alfred Hitchcock shows I never watched when I was a kid because I was too young. They, you know, it was before my time. But now they're all on like Roku. So I'm like, watch. So it's so good. All right, so this is the reading now. So, you know, oh yeah, Paul to the Corinthians. First it was that Adam and Eve, which is perfect, right? About how, you know, Eve made Adam eat the apple, and the serpent that tricked her, and so everybody's blaming somebody else. Oh, the serpent made me do it. Oh, no, Eve made me do it, right? Remember growing up, there was this guy who used to say, the devil made me do it. The devil made me do it. Flip Wilson, I think. Back in the, you know, but he's 60s kids, 60s baby, 70s kids will remember. Early Gen X, you remember him. So, you know, it says Paul of the Corinthians. St. Paul used to make tents. So he's literally talking to the Corinthians about tents. He says, our outer self is wasting away and our inner self is being renewed day by day. Isn't that's a little poem he wrote there. He said, if our earthly dwelling, our tent, should be destroyed, we have a building from God that's eternal in heaven. So this is kind of like camping season. You know, a lot of people go camping this time of year. And I said, no, there's a lot about, with the Lord, there's mercy and redemption. Forgiveness. So a lot of this has to do with the theme here is, you know, holding on to things and, you know, forgiveness. Like, stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming other people for your own misfortunes. If you stop and think about it, it's all within. It comes from within, right? The outer self, it's always going to be wasting away, right? The outer, meaning, you know, from the moment we're born, it is, right? It wasn't this and all your material stuff, right? All the things that you fight so hard to hold on to. That stuff's meant to waste away. It's just temporary. It's like we're just here. We're just visiting, right? You don't expect your vacation to last forever, do you? So by now you must have guessed the song of the week, Jimmy Buffett. This is for the parrot heads. I'm not. That was a boomer thing, but I remember the song, and I think my ex-husband and I, we went to the margarita restaurant at the casino here in Connecticut. I think it's at Mohegan Sun, you know, with the flip-flops and you have a margarita. I had one on my birthday this year. It was really good. My friend took me out for my birthday in November. So, and this song was recorded in November. Let's see, November. Oh, that's last week's. Oh, recorded November '76. See, I was 11. Released Valentine's Day '77. No, '76. It was recorded November '76. It released in Valentine's Day '77, which is around my moon. Sign of my moon was in Aquarius. Yeah. So, okay. So that song, Tropical Rock. It got to #1 on the easy listening chart. The highest it got on the Billboard though was #8. But then when he died last year, it went back up on the top 40. So, and there's some interesting things about that song. It was recorded in Miami, which I guess he had been. There's a story behind the song. He had been. The lyrics are based on an actual day he had at the beach. So he was at a beach resort, and all those things happened to him. His flip flop blew out, and stepped on a pop top, and shrimp and the whole thing boiling. So he suggested it to his record company agent or whatever. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking about doing a song." They thought it was a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Like, 'cause that's why I'm glad he didn't listen to those people, because then we would never have had this great song. How many of artists have been told, "Oh, their idea was terrible, awful idea, it'll never sell." Right? You don't listen to those people. You do it anyway. What do they know? Right? So, and there was a lost verse. I'll put a link to where I read about that. That was left out of the song. And then there was some controversy of whether he was saying wasted away or wasted. I always thought it was wasted away because, he keeps staying. He's not just wasted one time, he's wasting away, right? So it's a process. He's wasting away. It's a continuous thing. We're all wasting away, right? So, and margarita is sort of it's a metaphor. Jesus used to tell metaphors. It's a metaphor for the pleasures that we kind of, distract ourselves with, so we don't have to face the real issues. It says, he starts off saying, but obviously there's been a breakup or understanding with his girlfriend. Oh, it could be my fault. Everyone says that the woman's to blame, but it could be my fault. I know it's my own damn, after a while, yeah, it could be my fault. And then at the end, oh, it's my own damn fault, right? After he's got a few drinks, oh, it is my own damn fault. So, yeah, so it's kind of, the booze so he comes to the realization that his misfortunes are his own doing, right? he's exiled, right, in Margaritaville. Um, and the same thing happened to Jesus in the reading today. How he comes home and he's kind of exiled from his family and everybody because they think he's crazy, right? Everybody says, "Oh, it's that woman to blame," but you know, he comes to the truth. So Jesus is with his own tribe. You know, they accept him. They're all facing their truth. In other words, they're all getting away from that. They've all given up the books in the closet and the people in their lives who don't support them in their creative endeavors, right? Their search for the truth. So I think that's what it kind of means. Nibbling on sponge cake. I thought, wow, it's strawberry shortcake season. Everybody's having they had the strawberry festival here near us. And yeah, so I think that's kind of an interesting take. Um, yeah, so I had to take a rest this week because I put together all this furniture, my desk chair, I got my dining table all set up, my dining chairs, and I'm doing this. So I got my Allen wrench, and I had to take a couple days off and just run and you know not lift as much because I had was doing this. I don't know if they've invented anything where an ergonomic Allen wrench, but I had to take a day off. Now I got 2 chairs left. I don't need 4 chairs. I'll just put them together when I have some time. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. And so yeah, no, now I have to go and sort of take that box apart and figure out. Got to clean my car because it really needs a lot of work. I'm trying to decide if I want to get in there and there's grease, there's sticky stuff and all kinds of stuff, and I'm wondering if it's worth it. Do it myself or pay somebody to do it. Because after all the gunk is cleared out, then I can maintain it. I can, vacuum it myself. But it's really disgusting. So I'm thinking that might be something to consider this week. It's really against my nature. I'm thinking about Father's Day next week, and my dad, his thing was he always washed his own cars, and sometimes he did them every week. He'd be there scrubbing, and Mr. Miyagi wax on wax. His cars. He taught me that. He instilled in me the value of, washing your own car. Now I go to the car wash because obviously I don't have a place to wash it here. But that was one of the things. I always would keep my cars in really good shape, and they would last a long time. And that's what he taught me. You go and you do it yourself. You vacuum it out. And, you drive around in a nice clean car, and that's it. You maintain your car. So that's one thing. And my dad was all about the yard, keeping it nice. He'd come over my house once I got a house, and he'd, my husband would have just mowed or something, and my dad would find that like one, spot in the bushes that he had missed, that he hadn't, cut right. And he'd go, yeah, see you missed the spot there. There's that little thing right there. And my dad, he gets obsessed. He's obsessed with landscaping. And it's funny because my youngest son is in forestry and mows lawns and stuff. My dad, you know, there was there's always something. When I was growing up, he would always complain about the zoysia grass, and oh, it looks dry. I gotta go out there and just be out there with the hose and the sprinkler, let me jump through it. I, I was always outside, helping him in the garden or something, and then a few years ago he got all these arborvitaes, and he had a special hose that had like holes in it that was, and he'd go out there every 5 minutes and move the damn thing. And my husband said, "Oh, they have things now. You can get. I got this kind for our arborvitaes, and it's a lot easier." Do you think he'd go for the easy way? No, no. Go for the hard way. It's always the hard way. Even though my dad was always on the lookout, he'd see me order something in a restaurant, and he'd go, "I should have got that. That would be better." He always, he's always looking at the grass on the other side. It's always greener, right? It's like the Irma Bombeck book. The grass is always greener over the septic tank. Is that the one? Yeah, that's my dad. These shorts are falling apart. I wore these. I gotta get some new black shorts. I wore these. See, I got black shorts on today. I once wore these with a green T-shirt, and I went to Dollar Tree, and they thought I worked there. Some lady comes up to me and she asked me the price of something. Like, first of all, I don't work here. Second of all, it's Dollar Tree. So I guess that's all I got for this week. Out here with the birds and the thorns and everything. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna make a nice chicken tortellini salad. And have a little cashew butter on a rice cake and a little snack. Post my video here. So looks like a nice day. So wishing you a wonderful week. Enjoy the flowers. Tent if you're camping. My intent is to wish you a lovely week. Step outside. Maybe bring a jacket. It's chilly. And so I will talk to you next week. Zazoo Plazz signing out. Take care.